So respected teachers, senior ophthalmologists, my dear friends. So I'm going to talk on a new innovation for aphakia management, the CMT Flex IOL. So no financial interest in my presentation. So I'm just going to show a small video clipping of a 360-degree subluxated lens, which was planned for lensectomy with a secondary IOL fixation. So as any innovation starts off with the question why, that's how 2 years back, the invention started for the CMT Flex IOL. So these are the existing secondary IOL techniques that are available, the scleral fixated technique, the suture, the 2-point, the 4-point fixations. And then came the glued IOL, which is to the test of time for almost 10 years, where you externalize the haptics and tuck it in the Chariots tunnel. And there are modifications of the technique, like the XNIC technique, where they externalize the haptic through the needle. And then the Emanase technique, where they externalize the haptic and then cauterize the tip so that it prevents it from falling back. But these are all modifications of the existing IOL that was there in the market and various techniques that were used. So I thought, why not design a new IOL for such a condition? So that is where the invention started. So as for any secondary IOL, the 0-180 degree is the most key thing. So it helps in the stability of the lens. So once we mark the 0-180 degrees, a 2 by 2.5 scleral partial thickness scleral flaps are fashioned using a crescent blade on either side. This is relatively an easy step for people who are doing cataract surgery. So you can see the partial thickness flap. And then 1.5 millimeters away from the limbus, a 23 gauge sclerostomy is made using a needle on both the ends. So in this particular case, because we have the lens, I'm using the same sclerostomy and using the needle to fixate the subluxated lens. And through the other sclerostomy, I'm using the 23 gauge cutter and performing the lensectomy. So once inside, going and clearing away a little bit of the vitreous that is there behind the lens and making a small puncture from posteriorly. And then with a combination of some suction and cutting, making sure we don't drop the lens inside, as we are surgeons know how difficult it is once you drop the lens inside. So relatively a soft nucleus. So I think it was easy to remove the entire thing in toto. And then go ahead with the core vitrectomy that was performed. So this is the new modified CMT Flex IOL. As you can see, it's a single piece hydrophilic lens design with a specialized T-shaped haptic. So that is where the T that comes out of the sclerostomy opens up, and then that prevents the lens from falling back inside. So there is no need for tucking or suturing. And it's a single piece lens, and it can easily be done through a normal 2.8 millimeter clear corneal incision. As you can see, that forceps that we are using is a specialized Pranav T-Flex forceps. It's got some broad tip so that it is easy to grasp the head or the neck of the T junction that comes out. So this prevents the chipping away of these lenses when you're trying to pull it. And the second important thing is, right now, we are not pulling it away. We are just injecting the lens. So the entire lens is injected, and we can make sure that the trailing haptic is placed at the section or over the iris. And then the T-shaped junction is brought outside, as you can see. So there'll be a slight pop of the T, and then it opens up. And that's almost the end of one side, because this open T is actually what prevents the lens from falling back inside. So this is just a small animation clip. It can be loaded in any normal IOL cartridge. The only trick is to make sure that the T comes out first, because then it makes it easier to grasp. So any of the cartridges can be used. So it is injected inside. You can either grasp the head, that is the most ideal thing, or the neck also, because it is a hydrophilic material. It is forgiving, and it actually easily comes out through the sclerostomy, and that's how it stays under the scleral flap. Moving on to the other side, using the handshake technique, these are the Nishi grasping forceps, which has got serrations. So we don't want any damage to the IOL when we're doing this maneuver. So you can see it has been transferred to the other hand, and the same is repeated on the other side. The only thing we might find is a small resistance when it comes to the sclerostomy. So you should be careful in not pulling it too hard. So as you can see, that's almost the end of the surgery. The IOL is in place. It is well centered. Yes, you don't have to titrate the amount of tucking or the haptics that you have to do. And right now we're just using glue to actually close the flaps and the conjunctiva, but sometimes you can suture it, or even that may not be needed. So this is the end of the surgery, and these are the few day one post-operative pictures. So the few mild edema, but you get well-centered and round pupil. And these are 1 month post-op pictures. As you can see, clear corneas, well-centered IOL. And our study also has the UBM pictures to just know the anatomical position of the lens and whether there's no rubbing of the lens when the iris constricts and dilates. And also the OCTs through the sclera to see how the haptics actually behave under the scleral bed. So we have some publications in our local journals of state chapters, and also recently it has been accepted in the JCROs also as a new and innovative lens design for the treatment for aphakia in any post-cataract surgeries. So thank you all for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.